Well, I thought I'd try something different. Bit of a voiceover over what I've done this week, or part of what I've done. I ain't really got the voice for this sort of thing, but we're going to roll with it because we haven't really got a choice. So here we go. Ladder's up the wrong way, I know, but scaffolders put a tube in the way as usual, so I had to go that way. So this is a front run on a property. It's about 7 metres long. The whole house to do. And you'll see at the end of the video that I run out of battery on this new camera I bought. I don't know if I'm that impressed with it, to be honest. I thought I'd try it out on the necklace magnetic thingy, and it I think it was a bit low and the quality's not great, but you'll see in the bottom corner as well, it's quite cool, it's got a timestamp so we can see how long it actually took me, but as I said, it did run out before I finished. I probably had about 20 minutes left at the end. So just taking the guttering off. It's pretty easy one, to be fair. Slate tiles, so don't take them off. I normally bar straight under and pull it out, but I had to split this one once I got going. So nice and clean split, to be fair. Pretty good condition, the timber. I find it quite satisfying watching this in high speed, actually. I'm probably the only one. I don't know if people are going to watch this whole thing, but you might learn a thing or two. I don't know. And we're just about, I think, to cut the join on the property. Next doors have been capped over. So it actually does make it a bit easier for me because it means I can bring mine out a bit. God, that sounds terrible. Fast forwarded. There we go. That's cut. Split it nice and easy. It actually stop-ended the gutters as well. I don't know why. I don't really like that. This bit was annoying. Took me ages. Just would not come off. I couldn't put it out either. But got there in the end. And it come out quite satisfyingly. Pass the doggy the rubbish. Clear out all the old debris from the soffit. And you'll see in the set some old tiles I pull out. I think they were just left in there when they built the house, to be honest. And the soffit was a bit of a bastard, not gonna lie. Took me quite a while to get it out. But she came. I know there's nothing I could do about it, but it's nothing worse than working under a dormer that's been scaffolded, because you're just constantly twatting your head, which I was doing. But I'll definitely need to raise that camera up a bit if I'm going to do this again, because it's just looking at the brickwork. At this point I couldn't work out why it wasn't coming. It turned out it was actually nailed at the back into the bricks. Once I figured that out and cut the mastic, it'll become a lot easier. It just kind of popped out. You have to be careful because sometimes if you put it too hard, you end up putting all the brickwork off, and then you have got problems. That's just me cutting a mastic again. See, once I knew the crack was coming out, no stopping me. Fun fact, that bow I'm using, I actually thought it was a bigger bow when I bought it. I bought it on Amazon, but I've actually come to love it. It's taken a few years, but it's grown on me. It's quite handy for this sort of soffit removal. Now this was a pain in the arse. Got to cut it on the join, because obviously they've gone over it next door. There's a 3x2 timber that runs along the back of it, which also goes over next doors. And I just could not get in there to cut it. And then I went at it with the hand saw. This does go on for a bit. I was trying to cut it at an angle, just so I could get in there a bit more. It didn't really make it much easier. And obviously the scaffolding isn't fully over the join, so I'm able to lean over a bit with a tube in the way. Usual story. I don't like to moan, but I do. Finally cut the soffit out. And then I think I'd de-nail it next. No, I'm measuring the noggin for knife to cut. Little 4x1 timbers to put on the rafters. I actually worked out on this one, it was better for me to drop the soffit against the brickwork rather than go on top of it. Because next door had been gone over, it would mean that I'd finish flush of them. And it would be a nicer finish. And it also gave me a bigger fascia height. So I have a deep flow gutter on this, so I didn't want to run out of board. It's just me chiselling off the old mastic. Don't have to do this often because a lot of jobs are obviously old timber, so on old houses, and they haven't been sealed. This is a fairly modern house, so luckily it came off nicely. And that was another reason why I dropped the soffit, was just to hide that mastic line. Even though I mastic it as well, it will just look a bit messy. So if I can hide it best I can, everyone's a winner. I think I'm working out my rough, yeah, my noggin size again here. Oh, I've already got them. Ah, I'd already cut them. Yeah. Yeah, so he's cutting for me. Putting on the first one now. I've worked out my width to next door. And then if I get away with it with the tile overhang, I'll do exactly the same the other end. And bring it out, which I think I'll bring it out to 215, which is what our soffit is full board, which means no rundown, which is just lovely. And then I run my string. Because I'm going on top of brickwork with my noggin, I don't really need the back line, but I still triple string it anyway. That way you can tell if the brickwork runs out, which it doesn't on this one. But this gives you the best possible chance to get it all looking straight and flat and level. Well, as level as the house is, as level as the house allows you. And here we go, clamping them up, screwing them up. This is a pretty chill morning. Nath clearing up behind me, keeping the site nice and tidy. I need a new driver as well because my bit keeps falling out, but I don't think the driver's broken, I think the bit's just worn. But yeah, make sure I'm about a mil or two off of each line, and then I know they're all the same. They're all should give you the best possible chance of getting it straight, because plastic shows it up a lot more than timber. And if even one's out, you will notice it from the floor. So that's all in. And because it's full board, no rundown, I could just give Nath the length once I've sorted out my string line. And it'll be straight up. It's me just confirming it is what I thought it would be. Give the length. I always try and finish between two rafters. And then depending on the style of property, I'll either stagger the Soffit fascia or join them up. I was just cutting it out of the way so I can throw my Soffit through long. That sabre saw is 8 years old. I think it's done pretty well. All sorts of weathers. Dropped. Anyway, enough of that. Here we go with the vent. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's a box on it. Finish that flush with the noggin I've put up. Everything's fixed to the new timbers. He's going down to cut the little bit. So I've got to do a bit of notching around that pillar. That's me just sussing the gable for later. Can't really remember what I'm talking about here. Probably a load of shit. Fascia height. Just getting that ready for Nath. I decided to run the fascia and Soffit the same on this run, just because the downpipe was done at end as well, so the gutter in would flow that way as well, so it all just sort of looks uniform. And this is me marking out the notch around that annoying pillar thing. I think I got this first time. I did. It's just a bit awkward to get in. Yeah, got it Got it first time, I was pretty chuffed about that. Fascia up. See a noggin. Just fire some screws in there just to hold it. Join it straight. H. It's me notching the joiner on the fascia so it clips into next doors. You see it's quite a small fascia. Some people measure their pins and stuff, but pretty much every job on a white, I flip the pin and they're all the same, 65mm, job done. Normally that would have a straight join it already. I can't remember why we didn't do it. Probably about to pin it, I think, once this is all done. There we go. I think you cut it too big. Yeah, there we go, straight in. And then like magic, my offcut should be ready. There he is. Do you know, this camera, 70 quid. I don't know if it's worth it. Wanted to record more work stuff, but I don't like having the phone on me on the scaff, because that's just asking for trouble, innit? I thought I could do a bit of hands-free. And I ain't really interested in getting them recording glasses, because I don't wear glasses, so it might look a bit silly. But here we go, I'm putting a union on. There were two stoppings there before, but I thought it made sense to join the gutters up. They've both got a downpipe, so that is the high point. And I put a tiny fall on this. You don't need as big a fall on deep flow. But I couldn't really put a big one on it anyway, because you'll see I'm very close to the bottom of the board already. And you don't want clips hanging off the board. And I always use a level for my clips. Some people stringline them. I mean, if you know your run is dead level, then yeah, crack on, but it's just safer using a level. Level can't be wrong. Unless it is wrong, then it will be wrong. I can't remember how far I got till this died, but I'm pretty sure I got the gutter in there. Them outlets are huge as well, aren't they? Fucking massive. Alright, that's all guttered. Just giving in the measurements now. He's already thrown up the long length. So that falls just short of the fascia joint, but it's all full lengths running one way. There's the union. That'll be clipped in, screwed in a bit. Yeah, that clip really hurt my hands. Couldn't get it in. We're about to die, I think. Yeah, got about 10 seconds left. So, love you and leave you. Thanks for watching. If you did get this far, nice one. Give it a like. Let me know